Hello and welcome back. My name is Kat. Today we're back in a crypto video. Hope you guys are doing well, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another bullish Pulsechain video here. This will be rather a quicker video. Where hopefully everyone here is enjoying their weekends. I'm just taking a step back. Sometimes it's great to touch some grass, as they say, and take a break off crypto. Off looking at the charts. But I just wanted to make this quick video, and I think it's the right timing. I think we've seen 2 green days in a row in Pulsechain, ladies and gentlemen. So I am happily saying the bottom is in. So watch the whole video through to understand why I have that thought. And of course, I'm going to be dropping some gems here and there. But of course, without further ado, a highlighted comment from Jerry says, "Thank you for the dopamine. Absolutely my pleasure." And of course, thank you very much to the DeFi Insiders, the YouTube members who are choosing to support my small channel. Yeah, without further ado, look at this green day here in Pulsechain, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely beautiful. But you know what's not showing here? That's super green, ladies and gentlemen. These are videos that I've been making on I think it's a super hidden gem here, hidden gem in Pulsechain. Before we get into other parts of what is my highlight of the video, and guys, it is of course 4WMM and GBTC. I think these are absolute hidden gems in the Pulsechain ecosystem. I think not a lot of people have been speaking about them. We're talking about tokens that are under 1 million market cap. We're talking about growth. This one, 4WMM, literally gives you reflections in PDAI, PWBTC, Grow, their token, and Pulse itself. And recently it had some spike in volume, which is absolutely great. It's such a great indicator of, a lot of people are looking to take action, XYZ. We're talking about, less than a few thousand. Oh yeah, this is less than 1,000 supply, ladies and gentlemen. So owning one token feels like you're in a club. So these are the 2 tokens that I'm kind of really happy with in Pulsechain, by the way. But the second token that I wanted to talk about today, but before we get into that, the second token, okay, which this one starts with T. Oh, you just saw it now. All right, but without further ado, before we get into that, guys, this is the chart that I've kind of been showing everyone. Of course, unfortunately, Pulsechain broke out of that trend line, right? We probably need to make a new trend line that's kind of going this way, which is kind of a slower rate, but it doesn't really matter to you, because I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Listen, Pulsechain is the native gas token fee. My investment is not in just holding Pulse. My investment is in like stuff like INC, ATROPA, PDAI, etc., etc. You guys already know so many X's in there to be gained. I don't really care about the native token to be doing multiple X's. Either way, my actual predictions, I think we're probably going to reach like, 000. Yeah, I don't think we're going to, I mean, it really depends. I actually want to hear you guys' thoughts, but, don't expect a lot from a token that's such high market cap to make them so many X's, right? You might as well, go further down the rabbit hole, I guess. But the good things here, obviously, this is the chart where you want to be in to decide how the health of the rest of the network will be, right? So as I've been talking about the 3-day MACD, I think we're looking to close very soon on a crossover to the green, where the short line is above the long line, which is really great. And then as well, I've seen this kind of bump up in terms, I think this is probably our second green day. Obviously I'm using the 3-day chart, so of course it doesn't show, but this is our second green day in Pulsechain, ladies and gentlemen. I think, as I said, this parabolic arch that I've had here will be held true, okay, which is really great, because that means we could see a huge uprise in Pulse overall, and I'm really happy with it. But of course, yes, this is really great to see, but of course, I feel like the main part, the reason why we're looking at green days here, so of course, the main driver, the main dominant token right now, dominant coin, is Bitcoin itself. I think it passed. I remember talking about telling you guys that we are very close to testing that 52K mark, but I think we have passed it, ladies and gentlemen, forming a, I believe it's called a hammer candlestick pattern, where basically, it's as simple as this, right? You can see it. You can see a huge pullback, and that leads to an uptrend, which basically, like, the movement of a hammer, I guess. So this is exactly what we've seen, and it has passed. You can see the negative and then uptrend. I think, guys, that's it. We broke out of that trend. We're not going to do no triple bottom, whatever, and a retest. None of that. We are literally back to bull run type of territory, ladies and gentlemen. As if I was worried from the start. Again, shakeouts literally do happen, and people, in May, I guess, sell it in May and walk away, whatever, stuff like that. But yeah, the fear index as well is actually increasing, where, well, yeah, the greed index, we're increasing towards more greed, right? Which is kind of a good sign, right? And yeah, everything is looking really great. Of course, Bitcoin does its moves, then moves over to Ethereum. Then of course, that's one thing I actually want to tell you guys, that being in Pulsechain is probably has its own turn. So you might see things pumping Ethereum, you might see things pumping Bitcoin, pumping Solana, pumping base chain, and you're wondering, well, what's happening to Pulsechain? Keep this in mind. Every network has a turn, right? This is like a, that the wave thing, right? At some point it will reach that, but you just have to wait till the momentum reach it. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's something to do with also, I was gonna say Richard Hart's law, but indirectly has something to do with that. For example, Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum will go up with it, just because of the the movement, and of course how the liquidity moves from from one side to another, and that's how it kicks off alt season, etc. But keep that in mind. So don't expect immediate results when Ethereum pumps for the other altcoins to pump as well. But yeah, going back, Pulsechain is doing absolutely amazing. The token that I haven't spoken about, ladies and gentlemen, in such a long time. By the way, this is my watch list that I've had, in such a long time. I haven't really changed it. Some tokens that I'm not really holding anymore, such as SRF. Not that I'm not bullish on it anymore, but I used to hold a lot of SRF. But these are tokens I'm still holding by, and one of them is actually TSFI. Of course, this is probably my next favorite ATROPA ATROPA token, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the chart; it looks beautiful. Okay, I think supply of 1.1 million, which is absolutely nothing. It's been hovering. It's actually one of the charts that are regarded to be very strong, doing very well, even when Pulsechain had huge downs. Okay, so it's actually really doing well. So I would imagine when you turn it into Pulse, you can, okay, yeah, the chart is not doing bad. But going back to it, this is the token of the highlighter. The reason why, because this is Telegram. This is I'm gonna leave this in the description. Okay, I'm gonna still sprinkle some some good value out of this video. Some resources that you might have not known. The IRC 414 ATROPA logged. So these are this is Telegram, where I believe it's a bot that extracts the 414 devs texts from another chat, the what is it called, RPC chat. So this happened, which day was this? 3rd of May, so yesterday, where he mentioned TSFI. He said, so the ATROPA dev, right, James, the absolute rocket scientist, smart guy who made Teddy Bear, who made ATROPA ecosystem, he says, I feel TSFI should feature highly in public presentations on the ATROPA ecosystem. A lot of people like that, you see that. And then he says, and he follows by saying, TSFI is my target sale to the ATROPA ecosystem's presentation audience as a whole. Target, we're talking about 1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it's at literally $2. So let's bring our trusty calculator, ladies and gentlemen. 1,000 divided by, I mean, you could do that in our heads, but I'm just going to add the 10 cents just because I want to. 476x away, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely crazy amount of x's if it reaches that target. We can see that right here. Like that's a beautiful. Oh, let's not put it in market cap. Let's put it on price. And yeah, you can see that's a lot of x's, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, and I think TSFI, as I said, is my next favorite token in the ATROPA ecosystem. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't know actually what it stands for. It's not T-Shares Finance. Okay, that's what a lot of people thought it was, but I remember it's not T-Shares Finance. I believe it has something to do with Korea or Japan. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, TSFI I think is a very, very good token to accumulate. Not financial advice, okay, just let you know. I'm just gonna say that, take it out the way. From local all-time low, I would say you're just late by 1.8x, absolutely nothing, and a 2 all-time high, which reached let's put this back to USD, which reached around $6. We're looking at a 2x. Yeah, we're looking at a 2x, which is actually great, but obviously short-term price doesn't matter here unless you're a swing trader, which obviously you can absolutely do that. There's a lot of tokens in Pulsechain that you can swing trade. You just have to look at those tokens that are high in volume, right? That get these volume here and there. Such tokens can honestly be like Teddy Bear, like PDAI, like ATROPA, other things as well. But I'm gonna leave the link to the chart link description as well. I'm gonna leave there's also Zach, shout out to Zach, he talked about this as well, down from a peak in September, having struggled for some months after the release of so many new tokens inside the ATROPA system. Recently, a 414 dev tells us they'll be giving presentation on the PulseChain Tour, which by the way, you can go follow them. I want to follow them. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be available to attend it in Amsterdam, even though I truly would have loved to be there, because I would imagine some of you guys, the viewers, would be there as well, and that'd be absolutely crazy. Making a vlog as well. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, it's definitely no. I think I am unfortunately booked that day. Unfortunately, they go on to reveal that TSFI will be the highlight of the presentation to the many crypto enthusiasts who are live in attendance. TSFI is the greatest, and of course, this is what I said in my greatest targets. Yeah, blah blah blah. It's not franchise, but I went to grab some TSFI yesterday. That's the CA, which by the way I do as well. Huge shout out to Petias or Petias, whatever you pronounce it. I just call it Petias. It's one of my absolute favorite dexes. It's an aggregator, guys, that literally sniffs. Okay, it sniffs the best route. You can see, for example, right here, gets the best routes. Can be multiple routes for a single transaction, ladies and gentlemen, to get you the best ratios, to get best trades, etc. They even added Spark Swap, so it gets that on the other side. You don't have to worry about, I need to go through this token A, then set it for token B. It does all of it for you without, in one transaction, basically. And look at this one. Actually, I'm gonna make money. You see that green color right there? I love when I see green color right there. It makes me want to click swap even harder. You know what I mean? So I'm actually gonna make. Oh, it's gone now. But still, it's a very, very great ratio. I love using Petias as well. It keeps it very simple, and I believe, I'm not sure if they do aggregate sniff through 9-inch stuff, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Very trusted as well, guys. So honestly, it gives me some of approval. I use them a lot. I basically use them more than PulseX now. Yeah, I've literally used them more than PulseX. So shout out to them. Yeah, they're amazing. Thank you very much for providing such a great tool for us, man. Aggregators are such a W, by the way. Such a W. But yeah, going back to it, ladies and gentlemen, that's more or less what I wanted to talk about. I think the bottom is in PulseChain. It feels great. One last thing that I wanted to show you guys in a video, it's just kind of a fun little ratio thing that I want to show you guys compared to Ethereum. Okay, right now the volume, we're looking at 20 million 0.9 volume in PulseChain in the past days, in the past 24 hours. Now, this could be not accurate because it doesn't probably pick up everything, but I'm going to assume this is around the ballpark of it, plus or minus, I don't know, 5% error, I guess. And then when you look at PulseChain we're almost a billion market cap. Again, correct me if I'm wrong if this is a reliable number, but we're looking at a billion market cap with 20.9 million volume. So what I want to do is kind of come up with a percentage to see what's the percentage of volume to market cap ratio. So what I'm going to do, 20.9 divided by how much are we again? We are not 898, and then that's the percentage. We times that by 100. So that's 2.3%. Okay, that's the ratio between volume of the market cap. So a nice little exercise that I want to show you guys why PulseChain, I believe, is actually a very so well respected, and I think it's such an underdog network, guys. That's why I truly do believe you're still not late. I've actually onboarded another person yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, to PulseChain. So if you are new to PulseChain, you have any doubts, you've never touched something like PulseChain or Ethereum before, I'm probably going to make a video on this, to be honest with you. I can easily help you onboard into it in whatever token that you want. The best 4 things, in my opinion, to get on first, in my opinion, not financial advice, I have no crystal ball, this is not guaranteed, is of course PDAI. The narrative behind it, I made so many videos, it's great. PDAI, the stablecoin in the making. You make X's from a stablecoin before it's actually backed and literally pegged, which is actually amazing. You got ATROPA ecosystem, the thing that I'm talking about today as well, huge. It's basically a leverage, or it follows PDAI because of Hart's law. It's the thickest liquidity bonding for PDAI as well. So huge contribution. And then you got Teddy Bear, the greatest meme coin in PulseChain, and of course I truly do believe it's the greatest meme coin in this bull market. Okay, we're gonna find out, time will tell. And the 4th one is PWBTC, the wrapped BTC version in PulseChain, the PRC20 clone. Guys, it's currently at probably $200. You know where PWBTC wrapped BTC, like on Ethereum or actual Ethereum price today, 60 something thousand. You can do how many X's from $200 to 60 something thousand. That's the opportunity that PulseChain brings. I think these are things that are only possible in PulseChain. Richard Hart, honestly, I think this is very well thought out. I think he probably was thinking about PulseChain and all of this. We're talking years before PulseChain launched, and that is crazy in my mind. This guy really took his time. He's like, you know what? I've made millionaires. I've made tons of people millionaires in Hex. I just want to do that again. You know, I just want to fight for crypto. I just want to make something that's even more decentralized. I love DAI. I want to make a fork of DAI in my network that's truly decentralized, and this DAI stablecoin will be the first truly decentralized backed token that has no admin keys. It just feels great, guys. My conviction for PulseChain, the more I learn about it, literally, the more I can sleep nicely, guys. Honestly, now when I go to speak to my family, you know, about, yo, yeah, this is what I'm interested in, I sound crazy to them, guys. But you know what? They trust me because how I sound and the stuff, like, you know what I mean? They're like, ooh, whatever he's doing, keep doing it. You know what I mean? But I want you guys to be on the same, you know, on board with me. If I know something, I want you guys to know that too. So I really hope you carry on watching my videos, and I'm going to keep bringing this great content. But going back to it, okay? You know, a little bit of bromance here. Going back to it, 2.3%. Right, we did that ratio. Now let's calculate that for, you know, something like Ethereum, right? Huge, big dog. This is a big dog right here. 374 billion in market cap, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's bring that. 74 billion market cap. The volume is 973 million. All right, so 973 divided by. Let's go here. Let's bring that calculator. It'll be 374. We're going to put it in 1,000 because obviously I'm taking a few zeros away. And we times that by 100, turn it into a decimal. We're looking at 0.26%, ladies and gentlemen, compared to the 2.3% ratio compared to PulseChain. So, and you're telling me why I don't feel great, you know, why I do feel great about PulseChain, guys. I mean, for this exact reason, it's actually, PulseChain has such a great liquidity to market cap ratio. It has such a great volume to market cap ratio. It has such a great, you know, less rug pulls to market cap ratio. It is honestly probably the most decentralized network right now, guys. It solves a lot of issues from multiple networks. You can do all in one. PulseChain attracts the developers. You know, it attracts the normal LP providers. It attracts degens. It attracts people who are just learning. It attracts, guys, retail investors, anything here and there. We can do it all. We're literally in a better and evolved Ethereum, guys. Okay? So keep that in mind. You know, Solana's buggy ass network, literally bad UI as well. Don't get me wrong, I am waiting for PulseX to improve. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not trying to say like PulseX is amazing. We need those farms. We need those single side staking pools. We need them back. You know what I mean? Imagine the absolute attractiveness when you got newer farms, PulseX and single side stable, SSS basically. And imagine when the info tab in the PulseX farms loads better. Like, it's extremely slow, guys. It's too slow. Where I'm like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna go to V2 farming now. This is my thoughts. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You know, also like PulseChain here and there, sometimes you can see some drama and etc. If you keep up with the Twitter stuff, I don't really care about that. Obviously, I don't want to involve in. Obviously, thankfully, I'm not involved in any of that. But you know that, you know, when you have people fighting from within, it just looks bad from the outside. Okay, so keep that in mind. But you know, that's basically it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, look at the ratio. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Guys, thank you very much for all the members. Go join my Telegram link in the description. And yeah, that's kind of the highlight is TSFI. TSFI seems like a really great entry point as well. 1.8 late, which is nothing. And yeah, GBTC, I love him. The rewards for WMM as well, I love him. I successfully airdropped 70 people for GBTC. I gave them $20 each for 70. You can do the math. And then for WMM as well, I airdropped probably 32, 33 people, $20 of for WMM. So yeah, you know, giving back to the community. Of course, I'm super grateful to God, and of course, therefore grateful to you guys as well. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end it there, and I hope you have a great rest of your night, or day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Take care.